It was not my first vocation. I actually student taught at college. Got into the experience. I was a couple weeks in, and I realized I hated it, and I was never going to teach a day in my life. And I ran from the profession, and so I went on to law school. I passed the bar. Right, I worked as an attorney. And I came to at a time when the Great Recession happened, and so right, like conversations happened at the firm, and so I kind of stepped aside and. I was taking on any cases I could as a solo practitioner, and literally one of the last cases I had was an abuse neglect case, just soul sapping cases, and I was looking at where I was at, and I realized I don't know if I could do this for another 5 years or 2 years, and I heard about a new school in Sioux Falls that was project-based learning, and I was intrigued, and I jumped back into education. And I realized I could probably do more good in that classroom than I could do in the courtroom. And so I kind of just went for it, and I've loved it for the last 13 years. It's the kids, hands down it's the kids. It's kind of cheesy to say, but they're literal aha moments. And when you get to see the kids light up, when you get to see the kids make connections, when you get to see the kids, all of a sudden just it clicks for them. It is such a rush to get to be a part of that and get to see the kids grow right before you in the course of just a few months. So it was Riley. He was a kid that came to us. He was a junior, and he struggled in traditional classroom. Nice kid, bright kid. It just schooling wasn't for him, and his parents even thought that that they were nervous for him. And so they said, let's try this new school. And Riley, the first couple weeks, he was kind of like a deer in headlights. He didn't quite know where he was. He wasn't quite sure about like this new school and this different model. And he quickly found his place. And he thrived. He was a student that others leaned to, and then he became a leader within his groups. And he would go on to be our graduation speaker in 2 short years. Tremendous, growth arc for him. Yeah, there's some days, right, when teaching you just can be rough, or you feel drained or run down. And so, yeah, I've got a drawer full of letters and notes and things from old students that just, nice notes. Maybe it was stuff from the end of the year. Sometimes it's, a couple years later I get them. But I just got a file that I pull them out. And it's just a nice grounding and reminder of why it is we do the work and the impact that we can have on just one student. There's an old Greek proverb that societies grow great when the old men plant trees knowing that will never benefit from the shade. And that's who teachers are day in, day out, right? Like we do the work and we don't know what our students are going to go do. We don't know the impact they're going to have, but we know that we're planting those seeds and that they're going to be amazing. We just may not necessarily get to see the fruits of that or the shade of those trees. Absolutely. I actually, just last year I ran into Riley, right, the kid from my second year. And he's, thriving, and he is loving life. He is, not a kid that I would have, thought he was going where he was going, but he came in and wanted to say hi. And so that made my week, right? That was pretty awesome.